We all love the Joker. He is one of, if not the most iconic Batman villain. There's a lot to love about him, especially how he was in The Dark Knight and his 2019 solo movie. However, there is one particular adaptation of the character that isn't talked about enough, for that matter, criminally overlooked. With the popularity of Heath Ledger and Joaquin, which are both good versions, why doesn't anybody talk about Jack Nicholson? Personally, he takes the spot for the most not only overlooked, but underrated Joker in media. I mean, there's plenty of other Jokers out there that are just as underrated, but we're not here to talk about those. We're focusing on the real deal here. I've been watching Tim Burton's Batman '89 plenty of times, which is probably my favorite movie regarding Batman, but then something hit me. I start to realize something. What could it be? I've calculated all the numbers. I've put all the Jenga blocks together. Tapioca pudding tastes like ass. While talking about this beautiful movie, I figured it out. And I'm here to spread the word and to show everybody who Joker really is. Jack Nicholson is the superior Joker. Sorry guys. I'm a little drunk right now, so I tend to stutter a lot. Yeah, I actually had the audacity to record my voice for this video after going to like 3 pubs. Yeah, that's how pretty psychotic I am. But first, let's have a word from our sponsor, Nothing! I am not popular enough on YouTube to make sponsorships, and I'm not even sure if I will in the future. Alright, my explainers and entertainers, let's take a deep dive into why exactly Jack is the more comic accurate Joker, and why he deserves the spotlight. Let's start with how he progresses throughout the movie. We see this crime boss known as Jack Napier, which, funny enough, is played by Jack Nicholson. Good one, movie. 100 out of 10. Superb casting choice. So yeah, you can tell from this scene alone that he's gonna be the bad guy. And from the card he's holding now, he's gonna be the Joker. So before he got his skin bleached, Jack is quite a charming old fellow with quite an imposing attitude. After we first see Jack, him and his sinister allies invade the toxic chemical area and eventually come face to face with the Caped Crusader himself. Jack is grabbed and held by said vigilante, leading to our dear old Bob Lagoon, who is like the best character in the movie, by the way, and you cannot convince me otherwise, pointing a gun right towards Commissioner Wait. That's Commissioner Gordon? You serious? He doesn't do shit in these movies. I'd assumed this was some fat principal from a school or something who would be like, "Get out of my office!" Wait, shit, I've lost track. Anyways, blah blah blah, Jack and his friends do criminal shit, Batman tries to stop them, Jack's about to fall, Batman tries to save him, but whoops, he accidentally slips into the pool of chemicals because that was his mistake, and thus, Jack Napier has died. And our psychotic clown is born. Now that we've wrapped up the story of former crime boss, Jack Napier, let's discuss the real deal himself, the Jonkler. The Joker in this movie is pretty much like the ones you see in the Silver Age comics and in the cartoons. He's sinister, but he does his psychotic shenanigans with something wacky but deadly. Joker uses the balloons to make it look like he's having a parade going on, but then the climax hits, and he releases toxic gas all over the population of Gotham City. Okay, here's a question. Shouldn't the balloons be deflating rather than inflating, since the gases are coming out of the balloons? Top 10 questions science still cannot answer. So this is basically his shtick. He has props such as BAM guns, a flower that squirts acid, a laughing bag. This is the kind of stuff he'll use in the cartoons. No other Joker does that in a live action movie. Not only that, but just straight up how he was designed. Dude! It straight up looks like they ripped him from a comic book page. That is literally the Joker. Now let's compare the other live action Jokers. I'm not even gonna touch Jared Leto. He can just go fuck off and act like he never existed. The Dark Knight universe is far different compared to what we saw in the 90s movies. The Batman films from the 90s are goofy, campy, just like how comic books were at the time. While the Dark Knight films have a more grounded tone to them, everything I discussed previously obviously wouldn't work in the grounded detective movie. So what they've had to work with was pretty damn good. I gotta say, Heath Ledger is definitely the most iconic interpretation of Joker in media, right next to the Mark Hamill, immediately after The Dark Knight was released. Since then, everyone will always quote him, "Why he's so serious?" For a grounded interpretation of a silly clown who loves violence, this one was surprisingly good. Rather than just being a crime boss who got his skin bleached and is stuck looking like Edward from Twilight, this dude has an issue with society. Phoenix Joker pretty much has the same conflict, except this dude is incredibly mental and has a severe laughing problem. Both Jokers were interesting and unique takes. This may be a bit of a hot take, but I kind of prefer Joaquin Phoenix over Ledger. Even without any mention of Batman, he pulled off a pretty intense Joker. But I want the funny Joker! Laughing gases, squirting flowers, everything! And Batman 89 gave us that. We don't need to ask for a perfect live-action Joker in the upcoming DC Cinematic Universe that James Gunn is currently working on, because we've already got one, and the man is standing right over here. I'm sorry, you're all gonna hate me for this, but Society Joker doesn't really do it for me. When I see Jack Nicholson, I see the Joker from the comics. I mean, yeah, not everything has to be comic accurate to be good, but you know me, I'm pretty picky when it comes to comic accuracy. For those who are picky about it as well, this might be your Joker. Oh yeah, and there's Cesar Romero from the 1966 TV series. His Joker is also good. Actually, how he is in the Silver Age comics. But why the hell does he have a mustache? Seriously, did he not bother to shave and just thought, hey, you know what? Joker look cool in a mustache. Let's just keep this bad boy on, and dun 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 dun, it looks awful, it's disturbing, I can't look at Joker the same way again. Oh my lordy lord, Jiminy Crickets, blasphemy! Anyways, back to Nicholson. I've went over everything that made him great. Now the question is, are there any downsides? Well, there is one. I'm not really a huge fan of the reveal that Jack Napier was the gunman involved with the death of Thomas and Martha Wayne. I understand it's probably to make the rivalry between Batman and Joker more personal, but you gotta admit, it's a little too much. It's like the epilogue for Justice League Unlimited, where Amanda Waller reveals to Terry that he is the biological son of Bruce Wayne. Because I feel Terry was already interesting enough as his own character. There was really no need to make him biologically related to Bruce Wayne, his mentor who helped him progress as the new Batman. It's kind of the same downside if they made Kamala Khan the daughter of Carol Danvers, like her legit born and raised daughter. Wow, that's so interesting. I feel like the reason Sandman being the killer of Uncle Ben sorta worked is because, well, Flynn Marko was one of the last people you expect to be involved around the death of Ben Parker, the canon event that made Peter Parker choose to be Spider-Man and save others. I mean, it's not like they would pick Norman Osborn to be the killer. That would be way too stupid. That's kind of what they did with Joker in this movie. They took the definitive arch nemesis and made him involved with Bruce's motivation to become Batman by killing his family in front of him.
Dad? Papa?
Why not use Joe Chill? Is it because they wanted to save this legendary moment where Batman finds him for a future project, like Batman the Brave and the Bold? The same show that gave us this glorious meme?
Batman does not eat nachos!
If so, then they succeeded. They took a lighthearted, action-packed show and added a darker tone to it once Joe Chill was revealed, and was laughed at when all the other villains discovered how he motivated an innocent little boy to become a dark figure made to scare the shit out of people. Even Joker was like, "You mean real Batman's existence to you? That's a killer!" Why can't they make shows like this anymore? One thing I really like about the scene in this movie though, is the overly deep voice.
You ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight?
It's almost on the same level of goofiness as Superman's voice from that cigarette commercial.
Not so fast, Nicotine. If you want to go up fast, take one of these!
That's a good example of so stupid that it's incredible. So yeah, that is why I consider Jack Nicholson to be the best adaptation of the Joker. If you're an old school fan, of course. And why I feel he deserves more appreciation. This shows that not only Joker himself, but the movie as a whole isn't afraid to be a comic book. It's a comic book movie, for crying out loud. That's the thing that really makes these movies shine. The campiness. Okay, maybe don't go a little too far in the campiness.
Rape my childhood, will you? You'll all die! You and I!
We still want this to be a good movie. I really hope the DCU Batman in the future isn't grounded, because we've had that twice already, and it really wouldn't hurt to do another round of fantastical stuff. Villains like Clayface and Man-Bat are sadly still yet to come. Please. No more grounded Batman. Alright, here we go. So a few things I want to say first before I wrap up this video. So first off, yeah, I'm not wearing my Spider-Man mask this time. It's crazy, right? Because my earlier videos, I was wearing my Spider-Man mask because I wasn't really ready to show my true face. So I decided I'm going to show it now because I feel like the time's come and I'm a mature adult. Sure, I can handle this kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't need to wait for 1,000 subscribers to show my face, because I've been showing it on my Instagram already. So yeah, this is me. And secondly, wow, the Deadpool ranking video has hit like a couple thousands of views. That's pretty nuts. When I first posted the video, I didn't think it was gonna hit like that many views, but after I asked a few people to help me out and support the video, man, I didn't think I was gonna get this far. So I'd like to thank you all for the views and the subscribers you've given me recently after that video. I truly believe that video has saved my channel at the moment. So yeah, if it weren't for that video, I never would have gotten this far. So what am I gonna do next? I don't know. Maybe you guys decide. Actually, there's something I'm thinking. So if this video hits like so if this video hits 10,000 views and possibly 1,000 likes, I will do a Q&A video. So make sure you guys post a few questions and I'll answer as much as I can. Be sure not to ask me anything scary like what my mom's name is or what my phone number is. Just don't, okay? Just don't. So yeah, now that I've gone this far, I don't know what I'm gonna do next after this. I've done some polls and stuff, and yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think I should do? Because I'd love to keep this channel going. So as I said, thank you for the views you've given me for my Deadpool video. I could not have done it without you. I never would have gotten this far if it weren't for you guys. Okay. Bye-bye.